back to Everyday Iowa. The Leadership for 5 Seasons class of 2024 is underway. Not only will you gain leadership skills, it's a way to give back to the community, and you get to hang out with these two as well, introducing the group. We're going to start on the outside and work our way in. Mr. Ryan George, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you, Justin?
I'm well, and Emily Renshaw, almost called you by your maiden name. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for coming in. Let's start big and work our way in. Ryan, what is the Leadership for 5 Seasons? Give us just a little broad overview.
We're in our 41st year, so we're the 41st class of Leadership for 5 Seasons. It's through the Cedar Rapids Metro Economic Alliance, and it's a 10-month program where 35 applicants are chosen, and we do things, we do once-a-month visits of different topics of like government, agriculture, health and human services, things like that. We meet different leaders when we learn about what makes a community, and at the end of the program, we work on a project, and that's where Emily comes in. That's where we're going to work with.
Connect the dots a little bit, Emily. How does one lead to the other then?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started working with Leadership for 5 Seasons earlier this year, and they came to us and they said, you know, what is a project that you need? And in 2023, we opened up a vegetable farm.
Okay.
And this farm is just outside of Cedar Rapids. Half of it is Feed Iowa First production, but we also host 6 farmers who have immigrated in from around the world, and these are individuals who farmed professionally in their home countries.
Okay.
And so land access here in Linn County and across Iowa is very complex. And so our goal is to get them on land with water access and then take crops from around the world and see how we can grow them in Cedar Rapids and then scale them and help these farmers build their businesses.
How does the conversation go? Did leadership come to you and say, Emily, we have an idea? Or were you guys say, hey, we have an idea for the group collective? How did that kind of work out?
Yeah, so I think you kind of left the door open, and then we said, you know, this is a critical piece of infrastructure we need for this farm. Would you be willing to both fundraise and help us build it?
And food insecurity is such an issue, not just in eastern Iowa, but across Iowa, across the nation. So when we heard about what Emily and Feed Iowa First is doing, it made sense to say, okay, how can we make a lasting impact, which is what the project is really all about, is how can we make our class have a legacy and help people and with those emerging farmers. And the project that we're doing where, you know, we're building a wash shed to help those farmers wash the food, sanitize the food, and get it out to market, get it out to the people who need it. Because before, or right now, I mean, they're having to travel, and it adds expense, it adds time, so that's where leadership can step in and help.
Well, and Emily, you're able to now expose 35 people who might not have been familiar with Feed Iowa First to this and literally getting their hands dirty working on it too, which has got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Feed Iowa First is the only nonprofit in Linn County that is GAP certified. That's Good Agricultural Practices, and that's a food safety certification.
Okay.
And so to have a pack house or wash station on site that we can train them and ensure that they're meeting U.S. standards for food safety is really critical as they grow their businesses.
We're going to talk about how people can get a hold of both organizations in a second. Ryan, I know it takes a lot of people with the labor, but it takes a lot of people with a checkbook to kind of help some of this stuff out too. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Thank you. Yeah, so as a class, we've been doing fundraising efforts. Last month we did a trivia night at New Bow City Market. We raised some money, and we're also accepted donations and sponsorships too. So I want to thank our $1,000 sponsors that helped make this possible. So Bim Ritter Sportswear, Great America, Corda Credit Union, CRST, David Meyer, New Leader Manufacturing, OPN Architects, Benchmark, and Dr. Julie Thomas. So they helped us raise over $18,000 for this project. And the cool part about that is all the money goes towards this project. So if you're interested in supporting us still, we'll still accept your checkbook or anything that you have.
We'll never turn down a check.
We'll never turn down.
That's my line anyway.
Yeah. But you can go to the EA's website, look for Project at the Farm underneath the events tab, and you can see all of our amazing sponsors and how to help.
Let's talk about a minute left, how to get a hold of Leadership for 5 Seasons to learn more. Where can people go?
Yeah, go to the EA's website. You can find the project there. You can help support us, and also just know too that all that money goes to the project to build materials, tools, everything. So all your money goes directly to help Emily and Feed Iowa First.
And Emily, how do we get a hold of Feed Iowa First?
Yeah, absolutely. FeedIowaFirst.com or Equitable Land Access are our 2 websites. And follow us. We take volunteer groups across the summer, so we work with over 500 volunteers a year. And so we love to see individuals and corporate groups come out. to join us on the farm.
Well, thank you guys so much for making time for us this morning and coming out and saying hi. So you're both invited back anytime you want to.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Justin.
Stick around. We're going to talk more about some growing weather eventually.